Okay, hello everybody. Psychoplastora species Nicaragua. She's been fed. She's probably almost done. This is how many times I've done this video. She's got a cute little heart pattern. Everyone's seen that. So I named her Wilson. Can you figure out why? Most of you probably will. Some of you are probably scratching your head and say, what the hell did he name Wilson for a female tarantula? I have no flipping clue. So comment down below to help those people that don't know. Why am I doing this video? Why am I talking again? Why do you have to listen to me again? Well, you don't. You don't have to listen to me. Believe me, you don't have to. I need to say this stuff though, because I need to get this off my chest so it goes away. I need it to go away. I've learned about myself a lot this week, and I've learned a few flaws that I know I've had, but I've just never really pinpointed them, and was able to say, yes, this is a flaw of mine. And there's been some people that have tried to give me positivity during the week, Shanti and Kat and Amy, and you're going to start crawling down your burrow just because I started this for the 15th time and you've been perfectly still the whole time prior to that, and we had really, really good footage before this. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Yeah, I love you too. She's feisty. So yeah, now you're not going to get as good a footage because she's down inside there. She's been sitting here so graciously for the last 2 hours that I've been trying to do this video, believe it or not. I've deleted it 7 times, 8 times now. So what can we do? Let's bring somebody else out, and you guys can look at her. She's not going to eat, but she's fuzzy and pretty, and hopefully she's doing okay. Oh yeah, she's doing perfectly fine. There's that beautiful ball of fuzziness, my Brachypelma albopilosum female that molted. So prior to this, now she's in Nicaragua. It was labeled this way. Prior to this, she had a very dark carapace. Now she's got more of a brownish carapace. So this is how this is how things get mixed up all the time. So anyway, what did I realize about myself? I realized that sometimes I can be a very negative person, and I've also found out that I let people make myself be negative when I really shouldn't. Okay? So, do we want to be specific? No, I'm not going to be specific, but I'm going to be non-specific by being, or specific by being non-specific, I guess. So, my week has been a roller coaster, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down every day. Monday started out real good. And by the mid-morning of Monday, it just took a nosedive. And it was because of a comment that was made on a comment of mine. And it just kind of escalated from there. And some of you know what I'm talking about. Some of you that commented on that comment know exactly what I'm talking about. And the person that made that comment knows exactly what I'm talking about. And it went from there to, myself and Mike doing a couple parody videos to be funny. And maybe it was a poke. But it wasn't labeled as a poke. It wasn't, specified this person. And nobody knew exactly where that came from, save for a handful of people. No one knew where it came from. So later on that night, somebody did a live stream. And this is what people don't know because they didn't see this live stream. They may not be subscribed to this person. I have no idea. I'm not even going to mention the person's name because it's not even worth it. They did a live stream, and it was, just basically a debate amongst himself and people that were in the chat about common names and how to try to standardize them. And we went over that in a video the other day. But there were some comments made about me, specifically to me. I was targeted in that video, or in that chat. There were other people that said things that were far worse than what I did, and just the same things that I did, and never, ever once was nobody else was called any kind of names, but I was. And so after a couple hours of this going on, and people started messaging me and like, oh my God, I can't believe this person said that. What were they thinking? Why did they say it? Blah blah blah. And I was like, it's just, I don't know, it's typical. Okay. So there was the start of my decline, and we rode the roller coaster all the way up on Monday. Well, we crested the first hill, and then I had fun, which brought me, downhill and then back uphill again. I was going, and had a little bit of fun. Mike had a little bit of fun, and then Friday night, We got to the top of the hill and we went downhill, and it's been downhill since, and it's not been fun. So here's me going to go back up the hill again. And not only was it the stuff that happened on Monday, but over the course of this week, some people have made some comments on my videos that I just particularly didn't care for them, and I let them affect me. And I realized all this stuff yesterday when I listened to Jay's from Boxing Boa's live stream, his Real Talk live stream, and he was talking about his mom, who I'm going to call Mama Boxing Boa. So Jay, if you're watching this, and if you chuckled right now, and I'll say it again in a little bit so you can run and get your mom and she can listen to, but she said some things to him because he's going through some things with some other people as well. And he said that Mom said, Mama Boxing Boa, said, why are you letting people dictate how you feel? Why are you letting what people call you really worry about? You know, if they're calling you out, it just shows that the immaturity of those people, you know, because they're doing it off to the side, you know, they're doing it with a bunch of their friends where they're surrounded and it's safe. And they can say whatever they want to say, you know, and those people surround them and are like, oh yeah, you're right, this person's a jerk, blah, blah, blah. And I realized that's exactly what happened on Monday, and it's exactly what happened on Tuesday, because it just stretched into Monday, even though the person, this person had a friend that contacted me and said that this person regretted saying what they said, but they still went on Tuesday, after they went to bed Monday night, woke up on Tuesday and still said more crap about me Tuesday. And that kind of struck me as odd, because if you regret what you said, you had plenty of time to apologize for those statements, and then wake up the next day and not make any more of those statements. You know what I'm saying? So I let that bother me all week. And all the stuff that Jay's mom said, Mama Boxing Boa said yesterday, it kind of said, it just hit me. And it hit me because Shanti has spent, you know, she's sent me all kinds of messages, not a ton of them, but she sent me a bunch of messages and telling me, you know, how the makeup of people, and the people that do this stuff are generally weak, and they have issues of their own, and you know they're trying to relieve their issues by taking them out on other people. And I mean, I listened to her, but I didn't let it touch me, and I should have let it touch me, because she said exactly the same exact things in a different way that what I listened to yesterday. And I don't know if it was because, you know, I listened to it just struck me as different. But what I realized yesterday is two things. First of all, I had no idea what day of the week it was. And second of all, I realized how I've lost touch with the fun part of the hobby. How everything's become so serious with me all the time. And you know, being a moderator of the clubs, starting the new one, you know, with Amy and Quentin, the new group. How I act differently on one group versus another group. And that's not going to happen anymore. How I act on the Tarantula community is going to how I act on every other group from here on out. I'm not going to be negative anymore. At least I'm going to try my damnedest not to be. I'm going to try and be positive to people, give positive information, give positive vibes. If I can't do that, then I'm not going to respond at all, period. And I think that's probably the best approach to all this. But I lost touch with the fun part of the hobby. And what got you all into this? I mean, all you people that are in the Tarantula YouTube community that do videos, raise your hand. How many times have you shot a video just because you felt you had to, for the sake of doing it because of subscribers, when you really, really didn't want to? When you really would have just rather throw something in there and just watch that tarantula just devour something, or your true spiders, or your scorpions, or your snakes, or anything of that nature. How many times have you done that? I can raise my hand because I've done it. And am I blaming YouTube for all this? No. Is it a factor? It is. And I let it make it a factor for me. And that's the problem, is I let the stuff that's going on affect me. I let what people say to me affect me. And I'm standing here, well, I'm sitting right now actually, saying it's not going to anymore. If you want to leave a snide, shitty comment down in my comment section, go ahead. I'm not going to block you. I may comment back, I may not comment back. I don't care anymore. I'm not going to let people get to me anymore. And I realized, you know, I worked for a foreman years ago, back when I was an apprentice in the IBW. And this guy, this is what he did constantly. You know, he constantly tried to needle you, constantly tried to get under your skin. And when he realized he could, he just kept doing it. to the point where you would get so frustrated and pissed off that he laughed about it. You know, he'd go home at night and giggle his ass off. Think it's funny. So I'm not going to let that happen to me anymore. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to act the same way on the tarantula community that I do, or let me rephrase that. I'm going to act the same way on tarantula gossip, on tarantula keepers of the world, on any other group that I'm in, as I do on the tarantula community, because I don't want to set double standards. I don't want to act one way and then ask people to act that way, but then on another group not do it myself. Okay, so I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to let people that have been in the hobby for a handful of months try to dictate how I feel or affect me by saying things that just make absolutely no sense. And then I try to reason with people and try to make them understand. And again, I have to realize that some people have a brick head, and you can't penetrate that. So I'm not going to let that happen anymore. So we're going to start to have fun again. I'm going to start to sit back and pay a little bit more attention to the quality of the video I'm doing instead of hurrying up, getting it done, and putting it out there. I'm almost at 500 videos. I want my 500th video to be meaningful. I want it to be good. So we're going to do a feeding video for my 500th video. So I have my Haiti video, it's got to go up. And then the video that you just watched, well, my Haiti video is already up. You'll see that 2 videos before this. And then, of course, the apology video for the screw-up that I did yesterday. And then this one. I think that'll put me at like 497. So we'll do a couple quick things. We'll probably do the Columbia video to get to like 499. And once we get to that 499 mark, I want to do a nice long feeding video with the best quality that I possibly can put out there. I want it to be the best video that I shoot, and if it takes me 5 or 6 days to get it done, then so be it. But I'm going to have fun again. I'm not gonna have people bring me down anymore. I'm not going to do it. So for those of you that are going to try your hardest, because I'm going to sit back here and I'm going to laugh at you. And other people that comment, there goes my light. I knew that was going to happen. Other people that comment in my thing and see, maybe someone makes a comment and then I say, I laugh and say, ha ha ha. Realize that I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to steer away from negativity. So we'll end this here, and I promise that you won't have to listen to a rant anymore. I'm talking with Tom Moran, thinking about doing a podcast so I can use that platform to do talks like this. Then you can listen to the podcast while you're driving or whatever else, and you don't have to see a bunch of stuff that you're looking at the same time the whole entire video. So I'm going to steer clear of that stuff here on the YouTube channel. And if I can't do it through a podcast system, then I'll start another channel just to do vlogs and stuff like that based on the tarantula community. I don't have a problem with doing 2 channels and separating the fun part of the hobby with the serious part of the hobby. Where I like to vent, basically. So to end this is what happened. Again, this whole entire course of the week screwed me up in my days of the week. Yesterday I asked my wife, it's like, is it Thursday? She's like, yeah, it's Thursday. Because our calendar's not up. And for some odd reason, I went back at the end of the day thinking it was Wednesday again. So I woke up today thinking it was Thursday. And there was a reason that I needed to know what day of the week it was. But because today is June 15th. 22 years ago, Lynn and I were married. Today's our 22nd wedding anniversary. And I thought today was June 14th. She did this once before, too. She thought it was June 14th, and it was actually June 15th. Not a big deal, okay? We've been married a long time. This stuff doesn't bother us. We don't gift each other on our anniversary. We're going to get dressed and go to Applebee's here in a minute. She's been waiting patiently for me to get this video done and get dressed and go. But so I screwed that all up, all because of all the stuff that's been going on. I just kind of bypassed the whole entire thing. So happy anniversary to my wife. And happy keeping to all you.